Hey everybody, welcome to day three. I'm so excited and I would really love to hear how the experience has been for you all. We have been tapping for a while now, and if you are following the instructions, you are also repeating these 20 minutes to 30 minutes of tapping uh, in the 24 hours. However, feel free to do it without these instructions or just by yourself, whatever comes to you. And today we are going to talk about releasing the guilt. So, we already talked about, let me share my screen. We already talked about finding your wealth ceiling. What is your normal? What happens when you try to break that normal on day one, and then we tapped around that and something else. In fact, the first session itself was a very comprehensive. We were able to actually talk. So me and Rachika were talking about a lot of fears which are actually not only related to a lot of blocks, I should say, related to fear of success, but also fear of more, fear of relationships, the guilt related to it, the fear of visibility, and so many more, right? So, needing to dim the light, all of that has been already, naturally been covered. So, in the first day, we found the ceiling. On the day two, we worked on fear of more. And today, we are going to work on releasing the guilt. So, let me show you what this workbook talks about. So day three is release the guilt and worthiness blocks. Okay, so there is a lot of guilt for being successful, being good, being different. Okay, so for many heart-led people, especially coaches, healers, and helpers, the biggest wealth block isn't fear; it's guilt. Guilt about charging for something you love. Guilt about having more than your parents did. Guilt about receiving when others are struggling. Underneath it, the thought is, who am I to have this? Hey, Ruchika.
Yeah.
Here, I'm actually introducing the workbook right now.
Mhm.
So here's the reframe we will anchor today. Money in the hands of good hearted people does good things. Your earning more doesn't take away from anybody. It lets you give more, higher tip, donate, serve from overflow instead of depletion. And that's not only for others, but also for yourself. There is a lot more for, of course, for yourself and for others. Right? So before we can tap, I want to you guys to focus on these topics. When you receive a large payment, what's the first feeling that comes up before the excitement? You know, as always, I would like you to write it intuitively. The first thought that comes is the right thought. It is also said the first thought is God's thought. So instead of judging, whatever is the first feeling that you have, or before the excitement, if we weren't aware as of now, I would suggest next time when something like that exciting happens, what is the thought before the excitement? Who in your life struggled with money? Do you feel guilty out earning them? So, I have seen myself being uncomfortable around my family, my extended family, or trying to be moderate or, less expensive just because I am who I am with. Okay, there are two sides of it. One of it is just to be considerate about everybody, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about lovingly being considerate and yet staying in your own power, which is what we want to reach. Rate on 0 to 10, I deserve to be wealthy doing what I love. So that's another thing, remember, we were talking about last time, Ruchika, about you're just chilling. And just because you're chilling and vibing and love dancing, you might end up making, maybe five times what you make with the hustle job or the hard working thing. But it becomes too easy, and we may or may not be conditioned to have it that way, and because not everybody else around us is having it that way. What did you do as a child to feel worthy or approved? We have talked about it a lot of times. Again, whatever first thing that comes to you. Uh, and then this is a very beautiful one. In fact, I want to make it affirmation on my phone. I hereby give myself full permission. So I, Aparna Dubey, hereby give myself full permission to earn $35,000, to receive them with ease and enjoy it without guilt. This, like, I'm going to put it on my desktop, on my phone today. So, okay, list 10 good things your next level income makes possible for you, your family, and community, right? And then complete. Staying small kept me loyal to what? What are you being loyal to? And now honor them by dash. So instead of staying small kept you loyal to, say, your parents or your community. However, now I'm honoring them by growing and impacting and maybe guiding them to grow as well. Or to the women in common, the moms who wanted to take care of their kids, and that's why they were not able to get out of the house. And me staying small was basically complying to that rule. However, now me stepping into that possibility shows them as well. This is how I am honoring them. Read your permission slip out loud to yourself in mirror, or better, post a photo of or a line from it in the community. I would love to see this. Do you have one here, Ruchika, for yourself? Do you want to tell me? Tell us, actually.
So repeat that one more time. Sorry, I was trying to look for something. One more time, the question.
The permission slip. I,
Mm-hmm.
Ruchika, Dias is how you pronounce it?
Say, yeah, DS. Uh-huh.
Yes. Hereby give myself permission, full permission to earn the number,
Yeah,
to receive with ease, and to enjoy it without guilt.
yeah.
So yeah, have this disclaimer. I'm saying I will have it on my phone, on my desktop as a screensaver, so that I keep giving myself this permission every time. And yeah, so I would encourage you to do the same too, if that sounds something
No,
interesting.
it's that great. I was actually looking for a pen to write it down because
Uh-huh.
for me, when I write, it kind of makes that connection with the brain.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
just going to
So,
write it down.
in fact, that's what I was talking about yesterday as well in the call, that when you write down, the magic happens, and it's also to do with the biology, because our nerves are connected from here to our heart. So, in a way, when you are writing with a pen, you're actually pouring your heart also, versus the brain. I mean, of course, it is connected to the brain as well, but typing and writing, there is two different impact.
Yeah,
All
agreed.
right. So, mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, so and then the extra journal prompts, as I said in the yesterday as well, these are good to do if you have time for. Otherwise, you can use them as like a normal journaling prompt before bed also. Like if you don't want to do them during these sessions, like in the evening when you repeat these sessions, you can either do them now, but I would definitely suggest doing till step 4. And these are extras. Okay. All right, now, whoops, did I close the call? No. Okay, perfect. I just stopped sharing. So today we will tap. But before that, Ruchika, did you did the 2 days, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Hmm.
And is there anything that you want to share, or if you have a question?
Well, the only thing I'll share is that I'm getting more comfortable with the tapping. Like the first day, I had to keep my eyes open to see where you were tapping, and the second day, one I started with you, but then I was just able to take it over myself, so that
Yes.
helped. And then also just saying it out loud helps.
Definitely.
So yeah.
So saying it out loud is actually the part of it. Like you're definitely
Mm.
speaking in your mind, if you're doing it before the bed and somebody's sleeping next to you. You still can do it repeating it in your brain. But I really think saying it out loud, I mean, technically also you're involving that part of the brain. So, and to break those bonds and form the new connections, speaking out loud is really part of it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. I am glad because if also the purpose of doing it on a regular basis for 5 days is to get used to the tool and then be able to repeat it on in other scenarios in longer or shorter durations and as and when needed, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another thought that came to my mind, that I was tapping, for wealth right now, but there are times when I might get angry or frustrated about something, or my weight loss journey, which you know about, things like that, that I can actually use this tool for as
Oh,
well.
100%, 100%. And actually, the thing is that when you start tapping and you're allowing yourself to feel whatever is coming up, and when you start saying them, especially in your native language, I mean, for us, almost English is almost our first language now.
Right.
However, people who don't speak it as a first language, the emotions start coming out. And you might find stuff that you don't know about your weight loss also
Mm.
when you keep tapping. Allow yourself to vent, and as long as you want to vent, even if you're irritated or frustrated, just let the frustration out while you're tapping.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that was one thing I thought too. When we're following you, we're listening to your prompts, and some of those are true. Most of those are true for me, but few may not be, right? So we have to own it and make it personal.
Yes.
Once, and that's what I'm like. Once I learn the tool where I can do it myself, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes. And also, there is another prompt that I really liked when I used to learn. So, Nick Ortner and the tapping solution is his app. He's the one I learned tapping from many years ago. I mean, like from his app. I have not taken any course or something from him. So he says, and also Louis Hayes' prompt it is that I'm willing to release the patterns in me that caused this condition. So sometimes, because there is so much, and I don't want to get into the biology of it, but sometimes we don't even know why this is happening. Like even if we try, we won't have the be able to acknowledge that thought or that concept. But we are if we are willing to release it, and when we repeat this prompt itself, that is very helpful. So sometimes it will even release without you knowing it, and the next time you'll see it's not even there, the thought
Hmm.
itself. So for me, the jaw when it was hurting, I was like really irritated for the fact that why the hell is it hurting? Nobody's able to tell me. I don't know what the stress is about because I had no stress at that time. I mean, no known stress at that time. So then I started doing this prompt and it helped my jaw a lot.
Sorry, what was that prompt you were talking about?
I'm willing to release the pattern in me that created this condition or situation. So, say you're tapping about overweight.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm willing to release the pattern in me that created this condition.
Pattern.
Okay. So,
Okay.
when you keep saying that, so created this condition, you can say the condition also. Like, for example, for me, it was the TMJ situation, the stiffness in my jaw
Right.
or the stiffness in my upper back. So,
So do you tap while doing it?
yes,
You
yes,
tap while
it's like
doing it.
it's a statement of to tap through.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, I will definitely try it. Mhm.
Yeah. All right, let's do it today for the guilt. And again, whatever comes up, and feel free to add on to, whatever feedback you get. All right. The idea remains the same. It may be very similar or different from other sessions because it's intuitive. All right, let's start. Take a deep breath. And before we start, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am worthy of making 3x my income, whatever the number. How true is that statement? It's an 7 for me. Okay, you have your number, Ruchika?
5 or 6, yeah. So
Okay. All right. So we are going to check this number again at the end of the session. Remind me if I forget. All right. Let's do it. Even though I don't see myself fully aligned to my next level income, I truly and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel some resistance, maybe in my body or my breath, I truly and completely love and accept myself. I feel it in my throat right now. Even though I feel the resistance towards these $35,000, I truly and completely love and accept myself. This amount seems to be new and yet does uncomfortable. What all do I need to do for it? I'm already pretty comfortable right now. Why do I even need to try more? Just thinking about it, it makes me so uncomfortable. I am breaking my comfort zone all the time, and I can feel the resistance right now. This resistance in my breath, I can feel my breath heavying. I've changed the number today actually. So while I was tapping, it came to me half a million. So instead of 35,000 per month, it's half a million per year, of course. So, and that's why the resistance is so much right now.
Yeah, I also have a yearly number, not a monthly.
Yes, I know. That's why I was like, while I was tapping, it was like, why is it an yearly number, a monthly number? And I said, okay, let's have a monthly number, annual number, and that's a half a million. And I'm like, and that's why it's like, so constrained that I'm feeling. All right. Do you feel anything?
Uh,
All right.
Definitely this little bit of disbelief, like, okay, that number doesn't match me
Yeah.
yet.
It seems unbelievable right now.
Mhm.
However, there are so many people around me doing it, not even in an year, but in a month. Some are doing in a week. And there are people who make millions in a day. In fact, what I make today in a month might have been an annual income once for me. So it's truly possible. The unfamiliarity is scary. And my nervous system is just trying to protect me by showing this resistance. However, I know it's more than safe to make that amount, to take actions towards those amounts. And although these actions might be uncomfortable, I'm open to them being easy once I've made up my mind towards them. Actions like meeting unknown people, making myself more visible, speaking my truth, whether it is about spirituality, even though I have identified myself as a very logical person. It might require for me to take another identity, an identity that I know, but it's really far away from me. An identity that I might accept for myself in 10 years, but for now it looks too much. However, today I'm open to the new identity that is required for me to become the person who makes this $500,000 with ease. And I choose to release any guilt of not belonging. I choose to release the guilt related to being more than. I choose to release the guilt, if any, of spending on fun more than what people make in a month. I feel like crying on this one. I choose to release the guilt of being happy when there is so much going on in the world. I still am focusing on my growth where there is so many people suffering, and that's okay.
Can I add here, Aparna?
Yes, please. Yes.
Because if I'm focusing on my growth,
Mhm.
by doing so, I'm actually helping many people, not
Yes.
just myself, by the wealth that I have, the impact that I have, and the
Yes.
work that I'm doing.
Yes. The light that I am being will shine on others as well. Because me standing in my power and just being myself is contributing to the field, to the frequencies, and normalizing some disturbances as well. I allow myself to grow, even when I know some close ones might be jealous. Maybe not on my face.
And maybe unknowingly to themselves, they can't help feeling that way. Not because they want the worst for you, it's just nature to them to just feel
Yeah.
that way.
Because jealousy really means that I want that. If you release the charge from it, it's just your desire showing up. And eventually, when they're ready for it, they'll see that.
Mhm.
Until then, I stand in the alignment. I choose to be centered and release the guilt and choose to stop dimming my light, knowingly or unknowingly. and be honest towards my purpose and towards my clients or people I want to impact. Just by speaking my truth and growing, it is safe to be more. It is safe to grow, even when everybody around you is not. It's safe for you, it's safe for everyone. I deserve to make those $500,000 with ease while having fun. I deserve it. And any need that I have to justify it, I choose to release it. I deserve it just because I am. No matter what I want, I don't need to justify it. Neither to myself, nor to anybody else. Because a desire is an expression of higher self, is expression of God. And acting towards my true desire is my purpose. I'm safe. I'm safe. Ruchika, you have anything to add?
No, not at this point.
All right. I'm safe.
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 All right, let's hold the wrist. I'm safe. This was a short one, but pretty heavy for me. I didn't know I have so much of guilt around this. And I was actually remembering a shloka from Bhagavad Gita towards the end when I said it. There is a shloka, I don't remember it, of course, but what he says is that if you have a desire, that is also me.
Mm.
There is a shloka, I will find it and maybe post it in the group also.
Hmm.
But I could literally see that light when I was tapping, and I was reminded of that.
That's amazing. Because
Yeah.
it's your purpose. We all are born with a different purpose, right? And that desire is tying you back to that purpose, which we've forgotten what that purpose is.
Yes, we have been judging our desires too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
This was a good one. It was like unexpected for me, for sure.
That's great. That's great. You're releasing something.
Yes, and so that's another thing with this work when I do the belief work and all the wave method when I talk about one of the things which is very commonly spoken is that it's like peeling the layers of the onion.
Hmm.
So I had already peeled the guilt layer multiple times, I think. And I didn't even know that because people are suffering and you are, and, with all this turmoil going on in the world, sometimes it feels too selfish to be working towards, more money, more success, your growth.
Yeah.
And subconsciously
That's
it was there because consciously you cannot convince me on this because, as I said, all of that, I believe in that. However, it was there subconsciously. And
Subconsciously.
yes, and
Because here's, I mean, what I've learned about that is the only thing we can control is ourselves.
yes,
We can send, we can have empathy for sure, and
of
we can
course.
send prayers and good wishes to people that are suffering. But honestly, we all have our own journeys, and we all have our own karma. Some of us that believe in karma,
Yeah.
and people are sorting out their karma. They're learning from their, and they have to go through that. There's nothing we can do or change, and by us suffering, it's not going to save their suffering.
Exactly. And exactly, that is the point. By us suffering, it's not going to save their suffering, but our growth might
Growth,
help somebody's
help them,
suffering.
exactly right. You could inspire other people, you could impact other people. I even believe now, earlier I used to be like going to the Himalaya mountain and meditating. What do these yogis like actually accomplish? They're not helping the world, but they are, because they, by raising their frequency, and this is again going into some of that energetic work, or like talking at a different level, right? Not the physical
Yes.
level. They are actually impacting the world by raising the frequency of the
Yes.
earth,
Yes. And
by
this is
their
exactly,
frequency. Yes. Uh-huh.
yeah, this is
Go ahead.
exactly what I said. But just because I am centered, my
Mhm.
frequency is normalizing some of the disturbances.
Yes.
And so, yes, it is not that well researched, but there is research. In fact, in New York only, there is a research about this, that if there, it needs only a handful of people to meditate and be in
Yes.
their center to
Yes.
bring the chaos in the city down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's an amazing percentage. You would think that 50% of the people need to raise their frequency. No,
It's
it
like
takes
5% or something,
5%,
very less,
whatever,
very
a very
less.
small percentage can have a huge impact.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So just by us centering ourselves and coming back, yes, there is a lot of chaos, but then coming back to the center and praying from there and working on our, next level, next growth, we are actually helping everybody else. But
Mhm.
also the other point, which is very important, which came to me at the end, that I don't need to justify my desire.
Yeah,
That is
100%.
not even to myself, like,
Mhm.
because every time we were saying, because every time I was saying, because, like during the
Mhm.
tapping. And then when that light showed to me, it was like, you don't have to like, of course, it was not
Explain.
something talking to me, but I
Yeah,
felt that you don't have to justify it. There is no because. I deserve because I am.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Aham Brahmasmi.
Aham Brahmasmi. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Up workbook, do the workbook, and let me know what you feel from, like, if you get anything, and even if you don't have any questions, share your experience in the group. This helps like others also, right?
For
So
sure.
that will be really
Will
helpful.
do.
All
Yeah.
right, awesome.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Aparna.
much for joining. And tomorrow I'll see you at the same time. Are you available?
Yes, yes. This week I'm blocked out for this time.
Perfect, perfect. I'll see you tomorrow. All
See you
right.
then.
Take
Okay.
care. Bye bye.
Bye.